Hi crafters, this is Raquel from Paints and Glitter coming along for ScrapbookPal.com. Today I will be crafting with the Spellbinders Shiny New Day collection. It contains 2 sets of dies, a full set of sentiment stamps and little bubbles there, and also a 3D embossing folder called Suds and Buds. So today I'm going to share with you how to assemble all of the little elements that you see here. These are the Squeaky Clean dies, and they do come with all of the little elements that I'll be using on the front of the card. And these are really easy to assemble because they're kind of intuitive. If you have ever seen a mop or a broom or anything like that, then it's going to make sense. But I really love that Spellbinders has gone through the trouble of adding so many delicate details because it really does make the elements stand out on the front of your card, as you see here, with all of those little elements that make your die cuts pop. And also, I am using Spellbinders paper, so it does make a difference if you use better papers for different pieces of embellishments or ephemera, however you'd like to call it. This happens to be 100-pound paper, so if you're curious about that, I do highly recommend it. And I will be linking all of the items that you see in this video below, so that way you can definitely get a hold of all of these to craft with and have some fun. But here I'm adding all of the little details for this type of dust mop, if you will. And of course, it does come to mind a particular brand, but moving along here, this is the little spray bottle of cleanser. And the color palette that I'm using is a very light teal and then the darker teal. And the little accents are going to be in white and also in a very pale pink. So most of these items are going to be very similar in color, but that's very purposely done because I thought it would look very clean when it's all said and done, and those are colors that I associate with that. So here, for instance, the little soap bottle is a very pale pink, and then the top layer is that teal. And here's the little scrub brush. So in this case, I decided to do a pink and white. But as you see me assemble these, hopefully this helps you to get an idea of how quickly you can create a card using these dies and how much fun you can have deciding on which pieces you will use for your little elements that you want to showcase. I had trouble letting go of any of them, so I decided I would use every single one of them. So here the little sponge is the very light teal right on top of the white. And in the corner of the video there, you may see the pink layer. I did end up adding that after all. But look at how fun this little scrub brush is. I just am just blown away by the detail of this. I thought it was so cute when I was putting it together. For some reason, that just really drew my eye there. The fact that it does contain every little bristle on that brush, I thought was adorable. I don't know why. There's that with the little handle, and then here's the little bucket. This even comes with the detail of the handle on the bucket, and that's what you see me picking up there. And then this portion here is a highlight for the top of the bucket, but you can omit that if you'd like to, or use it as I've done here. I really love when there's contrast in die cuts, and die cutting is one of my favorite things to do, so this was a lot of fun to put together. Now the little handle here, you'll see me attach one little portion behind the bucket and the other one goes on top, and that's so that it looks like that is actually hanging there off to the side a little bit. So it's important you do add the one piece toward the back of the die cut and the other one goes right on the front. Easy enough. So that's the result there. And the next little item here is going to be the flowers. Now the flowers are a separate die set and they are called Petal Fresh, and they're so dainty and adorable. This piece here reminded me of Lily of the Valley, and they could be any flower really, but that happens to be one of my favorite flowers, so I was happy to add the little buds in white. And they can be used separately, of course, and there are plenty of samples out there, I'm sure. I think it's a lovely little die set because you can transform the flowers as you wish, but you can have a lot of fun just creating little highlights on a card using these flowers. Now, I absolutely love daisies, and this particular die set has a daisy in it. So I thought that this would be something that I would really, really want to add to this card front. But can you imagine that all on its own would be sufficient to create a really lovely card? Now, this little flower here I thought was quite interesting. You could add the center, as you see there, and then there's a top layer that allows you to create almost like a cabbage rose is what this reminded me of. And then there is a highlight. Now here I did use the fuchsia cardstock and then the lighter pink as the highlight here. And it does look as if it were white, but that's actually a very light pink color. And that flower is just adorable all on its own. That's the result. And then there are these other more whimsical little flowers. They look like it reminded me of children's drawings, but I thought it was so, so cute. So if, for instance, you want to create a little baby card, you could definitely do it just with that one little flower there. So plenty of elements that are going to make your cards look absolutely darling, or any scrapbook layout that you may want to make. If you want to make anything very delicate, you're going to be able to do it with this collection. So here is another one of these flowers that does have a highlight to it. So once again, I am using a lighter pink on top of fuchsia. And then there's this little border portion that also adds a little bit more of a highlight, as if the petals are almost folded over, if you will. So I thought that was really pretty as well. And here you could use a dimensional adhesive if you'd like to, but I just went ahead and added it directly onto the base. And there you get a really dimensional flower that is absolutely beautiful. So the next piece is just a tiny little flower that's also included. And of course, it all comes with its own little centers and everything, which of course you could swap out for pearls or anything like that. But now is the assembly of the actual card. Now, as you see there, I have a light minty base that I did emboss with the 3D embossing folder, and it is 4¼ by 5½ inches in size. That's going to be the matting layer for the front that I'm now going to add all of those little elements to. So here, if you would like to, if you need any tips for 3D embossing, what I would say is to make sure that you spritz your paper with a very light mist of water. That's how I did it. And then run that through your die cutting machine, ensuring that you use the appropriate sandwich, of course. So that way you get that effect. And I thought that was so pretty. The other portion, however, of that same embossing folder does have a different design. So be sure to check that out because it's equally as beautiful. So here, what you're seeing me do is add dimensional adhesive that you can also get from ScrapbookPal.com to make sure that you add height to the card fronts as needed, as you see there. What's really neat about these is that they are kind of cushy, so if you're going to mail out a card, you don't have to worry about it being too thick. But of course, you want to ensure that it works for you. And the other thing that I love about these is that you can cut them down easily. And as you see me here, I'm just tucking them in behind that little bucket. So that way I have room for all of the other little elements that I'm going to be adding. So there's that little bottle of soap that you had seen me assemble before, the little brush, and all of the other little pieces are going to be also fit right into this card. And what I like about this also is that sometimes you see a lot of elements on a card and it almost looks too busy, but because you get to tuck these in behind the bucket or overlap them as you like, then it all works together, and I don't think it's too much. But of course, you could omit as many items as you like and just make the card work for you, but it's just fun to use it all. So here, again, I'm adding a little bit of height to this particular brush because I'm going to overlap it, and because the bucket is higher, then I have to make sure that I don't add it directly onto that bucket without adding the dimensionals, because if not, it won't fit correctly. And now I'm adding the little spray bottle, and that is going to fit right behind the bottom portion of the mop. So you can create the kind of scene of choice here. So there are the little sponges, but what's really neat about this is that even if you add the same colors as you see here, you're still going to get plenty of contrast. So here I'm adding the sentiment, which by the way, I did heat emboss, and it says you can do hard things. And just to keep this very light and airy, I decided to apply that onto vellum. And of course, if you need any tips on how to heat emboss, you can reach out in the comments. I'll let you know exactly the steps to take. But now I'm adding the floral elements as you see here. And I just thought this added so much whimsy and it just makes it look so pretty. So here are the little leaves, and another really wonderful detail about Spellbinders dies is that they make sure to add little etching lines, for instance, onto every single petal, the centers of the flowers, the leaves. It's just such adorable detail. I love texture, and this is just really neat. It makes me happy to craft with quality items, and so I highly appreciate that Spellbinders does that and adds those extra touches to their dies. And as you can see there, I've added a third little daisy to the bottom right, and then the flowers that I mentioned that look like the lily of the valley, I'm just placing right inside that little bucket. So that completes all of the floral elements in the whites. And now to add a tiny pop of color, I'm going to go in with the other little flowers that I had assembled with you. So of course, a little contrast in color, even if it's not a whole lot, is going to draw your eye to that card. Lastly, what I decided to do was to use some glitter gloss. This is a Nuvo medium. It is a water-based medium and it doesn't have color, it just has shine. So if you're looking for a little extra something to add to a card, I always reach for this because it's the easiest way to go about it. And that little extra glimmer just adds something special. So again, if you're going for cleanliness, then I think this, of course, is perfect for that. So I just added a little tiny detail there. Now off camera, I do have to let you know that I added a tiny little bit of Nuvo drops in white, and I also added some little white accents using a white gel pen, also from Nuvo. So be sure to check out the blog where you're going to see the photo of this finished card and any other details, but all of the links will be there available for you. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you're new to scrapbookpal.com, you're going to be able to see all of the ideas that we share with you. And there's the Wow embossing powder, by the way, that I use for the sentiment. And it is just so much fun to share all of these with you. I do hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial, that you like the card. Let me know in the comments below what you think, of course. And of course, I hope to see you in the next video. Here's the inside, by the way. I didn't let go of those other little flowers. I just added some panels there as matting layers and the continuation of that card. But I had so much fun working with these. I so appreciate Scrapbook Pal for their quality materials, and I hope that you can be inspired and be blessed. And thank you for watching.